Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you, and I'm back with you after 2 days. In fact, I'm not sure if you missed the talk show or not, but then if I'm not doing these talk shows, I feel there is a miss, that something is amiss, and it's really nice to be back with all of you all. And the interesting guest on the talk show, Neerajj, today with us. So, luxury meets eminent visual artist, sculptor, design innovator, founder, NM Artistry, Spreading Spice, co-founder and chief art strategist, gallery artist, and art abode Gurgaon. So let's all welcome Neerajj.
Hi, Madhvi.
Hi, a warm welcome to you on Madhvi's Luxury brief the audience about you. I just mentioned few lines, but then a little. So let's speak art of art, where name and art to reckon with. It is well known in art and among us as an current soul, and the same reflect in his artwork. So, Neeraj, today we would love to know your journey into the art world, like how you got into it. Is it because of the family, or is it that you had a passion for it as well? And I think you've not left anything in the art field. I think you're almost everywhere. Would love to know, about you.
Okay, and first of all, thank you, Madhvi, for having me here. And I was born in a family of artists, so you can say that art was in my lab or I was in arts lab. And the beauty was that I had colors as my friends and my buddies. And the most exciting part was that in Karnal, where I was born, I did my high school till in Karnal, and we had a very free-spirited place and environment at home. Whatever I am today, so I owe it to the environment, to my education, to my family, and to my friends. So being born into artist family, it's there. Uh, but I've been fortunate that I could nurture it, and they were right kind of people to support me and give me the directions at that time. So here I am, and I love to be, in art in every possible manner, and I believe that we live only once, so we never know what lies in the future. As we know that right now the situation we are going through, so I try to do as much as I can. I try to live as much as I can, and I love to enjoy as much as I can. So be it art, be it anything, and so that's about it in nutshell. In a short way, this is what I would say that art has been my cradle form since childhood. Yeah.
So that's beautiful. And yeah, actually, you're a very lively person, I must say. And you're right, we only live once, and especially around these times, we all
Yeah.
are living it more. So today, audience has more than 30 years of creating and conceptualizing multitude immersive art experiences at national and international art residency, art workshops, and public places. So, Neeraj, if you can briefly mention few of your international, art shows, or about your art residencies and your experience, like how have you
Yeah.
experience being a part of international art residencies and the art shows?
Uh, First of all, my first ever show was with the French government. With Alliance Francaise, I had my first show. They sponsored my show way back in '91, and that was encouraging. I will say that India is full of culture. We all know it, and I don't have to say it. But the patronage we look for, or the kind of support we look for, or the appreciation, or the validation in a way we look for here, and we are too many. Even the artists are too many, and they're creating wonderful works. So somehow I feel that these other places also, they appreciate you, and you get like little more confident about the whole thing, and your journey, it's like adding another feather to it. So my first experience was with the Alien Strasse, and after that I had another solo show with them. Then I had a couple of shows in India. When I conceived this gallery in 2015, I always had this thing that I see that art world has to come on one platform, on single platform, where all the artists are together, and there is no caste and creed, there is no foundation or the boundaries of the countries or the nations. It's one world, one, we all speak one language. I say that even if you don't look at the artist and you look at the artwork, you can't even say that this is a particular country's art or nationality's artwork. You can't make out until unless it's a traditional art form. I'm talking about the contemporary art form. So in that process, in between, after French, I had show in London, I had show in US also, Bhutan also, and in Japan also. But like I got more serious and more interested when I had this art residency, which I curated. I curated the show of a very dear friend. Now she's a very dear friend of Maria, and she came all the way from Budapest, and she stayed with us for almost 15-20 days. The experience was something very different, very divine. Um, she was a Western or a European artist, but her heart lied here. And when once she was leaving, she said, "I'm leaving a piece of my heart here in somewhere around India." And I was like, "This is such a beautiful, phrase to say that you come to some place and then you belong there, and then you imbibe that place, you imbibe the energy, and it was so beautiful." And then after 6 months, I then visited. I went to Hungary, and I went to Czechoslovakia, and I went to Austria. And there, the way they nurture art and artists, the way they keep them, it is so amazing. So for me, like, I had my shows, my workshops there, and that was something very, very interesting. I'm not saying that, we don't have anything here. No, nothing like that. No, I'm not denying that. Of course, I am what I am because of my strong roots, or because of my strong cultural heritage, which I own. But somehow, the way they, they just own you. Whether you are, like, I made so many friends in Hungary also, in Austria also. They just take you. They just embrace you. And here you really have to struggle a little bit. So that was one kind of thing. And then I was supposed to travel to Europe this year for a month's tour and all that. But it's been unfortunate. I had many big plans, but somehow it didn't happen. And so right now, I am having a show, and I just recently, like, 2nd August, I finished one show in St. Petersburg, Russia, and I had a art residency also, which is for 2 months. So I just finished that, and regularly working on it, and regularly connecting with the Western artist, and then a flavor of Indian art and artist. So it's been amazing. Yeah.
Wow. That's really nice. And I believe you were part of the Hungary, an art show in Hungary about Stallion Speaks, and was displayed recently at Hungary, and you rave reviews. And you also taught mandala art school in Hungary. You even taught the children some art over there to the kids.
Yeah. So there, I thought, like, whenever I travel, so I enjoy everything. I love driving down there, or I love being there and going to the museums, or discovering, or walking a lot. I love to walk a lot on the roads. I think that's the best way to discover any place. And rather than going to the usual places, I always always try to go to places which are where the tourists are not there. I mean, like it's like going to the common markets or different places altogether. So I love doing that. And so there I tried and connected with another one school there who is, after school they run this classes there. And so I did one workshop with the Hungarian kids of till they were like from 8 years to 16 years. And I took their workshop. And the amazing part is that, when they were creating it, the whole energy, it was like, there was some sort of symbiosis there. And the best part was there one kid, particularly one kid, and he was, I think, must be around 10 years old. And what illustrations he did. Beautiful work. And I was like, and he made my, my views, my buddy. He made a horse there, and it was just too much. And then it had the Indian flavor. So I try to give them, like whenever I take any workshop, whether it's a mandala workshop or it's a workshop about any traditional Indian art or any Zentangles and things like that. So I always make it a point that I try to remember my roots and I try to give what we have inherited. So that, like we are not deviating away from it and we are very much part of it, but yet we are spreading the message of oneness. And so taking, from them and their art only, but kind of infusing our traditional art with that. And, results are amazing at that time. So I really love that. So that was a very interesting experience. And that boy, he gifted me that. I got it back, and that was something very beautiful. A very beautiful gesture, I'd say. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful. And Neerajj, if you can brief a bit about the NM artistry, if you can tell the audience about NM artistry.
So when I had the gallery, and there is a very simple thing. So people say that whenever I go, so they find it very positive aura around me, and they always say कि आने से तुम्हारे चेहरे पे एक मुस्कान आ जाती है. तो आई थॉट कि अगर ये मुस्कान आई जाती है और मेरे कुछ शब्द मेरे चेहरे से, मेरे कुछ कहने से, मेरे आर्ट से, अगर if I am able to bring smile on anybody's face, so then it's nothing like that. So I made this foundation called NM Artistry, Spreading Smiles. So in this, I always try to nurture the young talent. And see, it has to be on humanitarian grounds also, and because artists are very sensitive, very, very sensitive. And so to, maintain that sensitivity, or to, keep it uplifted the spirits of people who are looking for a little bit. We say Hindi में बड़ी अच्छी कहावत है, तिनके का सहारा. So something on those lines, like if my being there or whatever I have achieved, there are people who are contributors in my life also. And so I just like to contribute from my side, whatever way I can, whether it's arranging workshops for them, or finding some sort of work for them, or a job for them, or having the internship with me, or like me creating the shows for them and not charging for it, or advising them on their art and promoting their art, or it can be anybody, or it's not only to the art fraternity, it goes with anybody. And then other thing is that sometimes you need a line, a word, or something very peppy from someone, and if that is bringing a smile on anyone's face, then nothing more beautiful than that. So my foundation is all about supporting each other and taking care of each other. So I try that. So how successful I am in that, I don't know, but I try that to my best. Yeah.
That's really beautiful, very nice. And Sunita is saying it's a very noble work that you're doing, taking art to another level. And I think you have a very nice thought process that sometimes in our life, even we are helped by somebody, and that's why we are where we are today. So if everybody has that thought process, the world will become a much more better place for all of us. And if I may ask you, Neeraj, who's your favorite muse and your favorite theme?
Okay, I was in love with horses, and now in the other talk also I said that now the horse is in love with me. You know, my muse is in love with me. Earlier it was other way around. I, I, I mean, I'm very passionate about horses, but uh, as you know that artist is one person who always he's a seeker. They keep looking for things or the elements, because there are so many artists, there are so many languages, but you need to create your own vocabulary and your own style. But in that style, sometimes we end up copying somebody or the other. And I somehow don't, I think I am very unique, and everyone is unique in itself. So I always wanted to, you know, do whatever original I feel like doing. And in that, of course, I did semi-realistic works also. I tried other forms also, and they were my styles. I will not say that they were not me, but what energy I get from the horses, or what satisfaction I get when I create them. Maybe my queens, when I just draw them with pen or paper or collage or stencils or whatever art forms I do, they they are very me. Like there is some sort of connection with them, and I just love it. I mean, I feel that I'm born to paint them, and they are born to support me and take me to heights. So that's a story between me and my muse. And while talking right now, also I mean, like, those images are like, they're coming and they are just there. So I mean, I just love horses, and I just love my muse, and I think people have also started loving them. So that's a good sign. Yeah. I think you have to unmute. Madhvi,
yeah, horses are also supposed to be like progressive and a lot of energy and strong. So also about your themes, reflections and relationships seem to be your theme. So how come this, and what's so special about relationships and reflections as a theme?
Okay, so relationships and reflection is there are two, three things which I like to say. So when I was doing my my high school, when I was in class 12, so we always have plan A, B, C, like that. So my thing was that I always wanted to get into art, but what if I'm not into the right college? I mean, I didn't want to go to, I wanted to be in Delhi, close to my place. So that was one thing for sure. And I mean, I always listen to my heart. So that was one thing. And Baroda was there, Bombay was there, Chandigarh was there, and South was there. But I wanted to be in Delhi Art College because I love my mother like anything. I'm a mama's boy, so she's not here. I mean, she's not with me anymore. But I had to meet her, like, on every weekend or once in 15 days. I had to be with her because she was my source of energy. And I share a very beautiful relationship with her. So probably that what I took from her, because uh, she was in Karnal, and she was a self-taught painter, but she taught me many things which were not the bookish knowledge or anything which she was way ahead of time in terms of teaching me. She gave me that freedom where I could learn on my own. So for instance, that being independent. So um, like she never said don't do this, but she always told me just be careful. So that was a very beautiful thing, and the way she did. So my relationships and my reflections, it started from there. So as I was saying, my plan A and plan B. So my plan B was that I wanted to get into music, and my plan C was that if like music also doesn't happen, then I'll definitely go for psychology. So when I studied psychology for 2 years. So when I was studying that there, I love interacting with people. I'm a very extrovert person. I mean, don't know like extrovert के आगे भी कोई एक word होता है तो I mean, I love crowd. I love to interact. I love to talk. I love to like party. I love to meet people. I love to make friends. I just love crowd. It's like that. The more the crowd, better like I am. And there I feel that other thing was reflection and relationship is like we all wear masks. Many masks we wear. Every day we are wearing mask, and like we one mask we are taking out, adorning the other mask, then another mask, then another. So that's a role play which we are doing, and nothing wrong in that. Like not in the negative sense I'm saying, but every day, throughout the day, the activities which we do or the people around, like we are wearing this mask. So when we are wearing or unlayering or layering masks are going on, the process going on. So it's very interesting that like when you are a parent, you're wearing a different mask. When you are a friend, you are wearing a different mask. And then there are categories like like if you are a mentor, then to your students, if you are a friend or acquaintance or random people and all that. So that relationship and knowing that relationship, I love observing people. Like if I'm going to a party or to anybody, I just love to observe people, the way they sit, stand, talk, or because that's part of my nature that I observe. And very interesting incident when I got married and we went out, those early days of dinner and all that, and we were sitting in a restaurant and. It was a very casual thing. I started looking at somebody. So there was another couple or a group or something, and that female was beautiful. For me, that beauty lies within, but still, she was beautiful. And I was with my newlywed, and I kept looking at her, and she was like, "Excuse me, what's happening?" I said, "No, nothing. It's just that I am just." No, that's part of me. That's my habit. I'm not. So that was interesting. So so that was interesting. But later it all got sorted. So that way. Yeah. So this is how relationship and reflections, and I love to dig in myself also within also that nothing like that. I have to please somebody else, so I should behave like this or this. No, I try to be what I am, and in that I keep reflecting within me also that what is the best I can give it to myself. If I am giving it to myself, definitely it's going to go to the world also. But so I keep, talking to myself or reflecting within. So that is all about my relationships and my reflections. Yeah. Really nice. Wonderful to know that and hear about it. And I think your mom has been a big inspiration for you, and not the conventional way of studies, but then you learned a lot many other things from her, with her style of teaching, And if I may know, what is the motto of your life? Just be happy and go with the flow. Just be happy. And along with this motto, I would like to add there is a mantra of my life which says why not. So my why not is we have so many things which we are offered to us. God has given us so many things to experience, to explore, to nurture, to be nurtured, and to discover. So I always say that why not. So I love to do that, and the motto is live happily and keep spreading smile. That's it. No philosophy, so too many philosophies in life. Just go the flow of life. Yeah. Very nice. For the audience, I would like to say that Neerajj is multifarious, interactive, and engaging. So are his artworks, and each of them the reflection of inner joy and bonds of love, and carry a message of happiness
compassion, and care. A strong advocate of create your own language of art, spontaneity, and freedom are Neeraj's own language of art. And I believe, Neeraj, you've experimented with multifarious materials, mediums, and methods during your journey of art, like metal stones, clay, ceramics, rubber, sand, fiber, alloy, paints, waxes, acrylics, oil paints, watercolors, felt pens, hand fashion stencils, etc. are just some of the materials that you have you used for your artworks with paintings, sculptures, photography, installations, wearable art, live art fashion show, murals, interior designing, graphics, and digital art, movies, documentaries, songs, poems, creative workshops are some of the multitude realms Neeraj has reached in his creativity. It's like, I think, vast actually. I think you've kind of done everything possible related to art. So I can ask you, what is your favorite out of all these? I mean, it's a lot actually. So much.
Yeah, so I'll like kind of I'll say that people say how I manage life. So my simple answer here is that I let life manage me. So see, what happens is that like we all go through many phases in life. Sometimes in the early times you have to deal with or experiment with a lot of materials, and in that process, what had happened was that like you're not an established artist, and you have to have the material to work with, or like in other words, it's simply like you don't have money to to pay for the castings or to buy expensive material. So I, rather than stopping myself or waiting for the opportunity in a term that okay, when I'll have material, when I'll have the money, and then I'll do it. So rather than doing that, I said like whatever is available, let's make the best of it. So I did shows with charcoals also, and then when I had money, I did with bronze also. So it's like that. And as I told you earlier also that my mantra, why not, means like whatever was coming. So I'm a very curious artist. So when you're curious about things, so like it takes you to a different path altogether, and then the other forces or the energies, they help you out to achieve your goal. So I'm a very curious artist, and I love to experiment with different materials. And that process, I mean, now when I look back, so my list is with you now. So whenever somebody said that do interiors, I said, yeah, why not? So I mean, recently I was like during this pandemic, I like there were not too many material available. I had only paper and brushes or art supplies, and which I borrowed from my son. And then one day I was just sitting, and each night, like I create, and in the process, one day I said like, let me start doing embroidery on paper. So I started doing that, and it gave such good results. And when I opened the box, so I had stitch buttons there, and hooks there and all that. So I used it in my art. And see, it's just that creativity is basically a foundation or a vision, but then it's a skill which you keep developing or keep adding into it. So I mean, I think I keep adding those little things here and there, and so those little things turned out to be a big list now. So it's just like that. Yeah.
And productivity with anything and everything available, like you can just create something out of anything. Basically, that's amazing. And if we can see some of your work, can you show us some of your things that you can?
Okay. Yeah. So I was telling you about the embroidery thing, which I told you that I did. So I'll like to show one artwork which is there with me, and if you can make out here, this is my artwork, and I'll show you closely. You can see that you have stitch buttons and everything here. I hope you can see it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I used these kind of things I did. So that was one, and on, this is on a handmade paper. It's a very interesting artwork which I made with that dry brush and the other, I had poster colors with me. And then I kept experimenting, and this is part of other series, same series which I did. It's another work which I did. So what happens is when I'm creating, I'm like, it's turning into some sort of series, and that's very interesting because the series, like as I told you that I work every night for 3-4 hours, and when I'm creating, so each night something new comes, something interesting or something which I haven't done earlier. So these are my colored pen and ink works. If you see closely, you will see very detailed work here.
Yeah, lovely. Nice.
So this is what I did with what you call poster colors and fabric colors. This is another series which I did.
Yeah.
So
all horses. These are all horses.
All horses. Yeah. So this is what I did, and then this is pen and ink which I did. On the similar lines, I just had a show, and I had in fact 3 or 4 shows on these lines. And then when I was doing it, so I got into minimalistic, and my work kept getting more simpler and simpler. So this is another work of mine, which is very, I love this one. This is very interesting. If you see this.
Yeah. Lovely.
So this is a minimalistic art which I did, and so these are the kind of works which I'm doing. So I did a couple of series on these lines. I hope you can see it. So that's about it. These are the kind of works which I did. So and then I did canvases, and I'm just waiting that once this situation's a little better, I would go to my sculpture studio, and I'm dying to work in clay and metal.
So this is all lockdown creation. All this you created in the lockdown. All these.
Yeah.
You showed. Lovely, beautiful. And also, if we can hear a song from you, Neerajj, because I know you are a poet as well as a singer, so we would love to know and hear a poem as well as a song, if possible.
Sure. So first I will recite a poem which I wrote, and like horses, which I love, and my wife, which is another love of mine, she loves moon. So Chand, Chandrama, she loves that, and whenever there is a full moon night, we are lucky enough to our house is placed in such a way that we see the rising moons and all that from behind the trees and all that. And whenever there is a full moon night, so we can just stand in our balcony and we can see. I just thought that moon is only one, सिर्फ एक है, but everybody takes it in their own way. उनको लगता है कि चांद उनका है. आप किसी भी कंट्री में चले जाइए, कहीं भी चले जाइए, किसी देश में, चाहे आप समुद्र में है, पहाड़ों में है, नदियों में है, घाटियों में है, जमीन पे है, आसमान में है, सबको लगता है कि चांद उनका है. So it's like everybody say, so that feel I had, so I wrote something. So I would like to recite that, and I hope you will enjoy it. Though I'm not a very poem kind of a person, poetic ऐसा वाला नहीं, but वो दिल से कुछ निकलता है तो मैं बोल देता हूँ. It's like that, yeah. So the title of my this poem is सबका चांद होता है. So the title itself is self-explanatory, which says कि सबका चांद होता है. So I'll just these are for the audience and for you. चंद्रकला के चांद ने चांदनी से ये कहा, चंद्रकला के चांद ने चांदनी से ये कहा, इतनी छटा बिखेर दे कि रूप ये दिखे नहीं. चांदनी ने कुछ कहा, चांदनी ने कुछ कहा कि चांद भी शर्मा गया, चांदनी ने कुछ कहा कि चांद भी शर्मा गया, कि रूप तेरा मुझसे है, मैं नहीं तो तू नहीं. बात पूरे चांद की, बात पूरे चांद की, बात चांद रात की, बात पूरे चांद की, बात चांद रात की, पूरा चांद यूं खिला कि रात को निकल गया। सबका चांद होता है, सबका चांद होता है, मेरा भी एक चांद है। सबका चांद होता है, मेरा भी एक चांद है। वो चांद मेरा अक्स है, उस चांद का मैं लाल हूँ। अब खुली खिड़कियों से, अब खुली खिड़कियों से देखते हैं चांद सभी। अब खुली खिड़कियों से देखते हैं चांद सभी। कोई ढूंढे दाग को और कोई पाए चांद को। पकड़ लो इस चांद को, पकड़ लो इस चांद को कि भागता है ये कहीं। पकड़ लो इस चांद को कि भागता है ये कहीं। मेरा भाग मेरा चांद है और इस चांद में भी आग है। सबका चांद होता है। थैंक यू। You have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, this was amazing. Also, if we could have a song from you.
Yeah, sure. So, since I learned classical and classical में भी there are certain rag which are very close to you. And तो ये शफाकत अली साहब की एक इन्होंने नज़्म गाई हुई है जो बहुत फेमस है और फिल्मी है। थोड़ा मैं फिल्मी इसलिए गा रहा हूँ कि लोग और अच्छे से रिलेट कर पाएंगे। तो राग खमाज में है ये। सावन बीते जाए बिहरवा, सावन बीते जाए पहरवा, मन मेरा घबराए, मन पिया चैन नहीं हमें आप पिया रे, ऐसे जैसे सावरा मुरा सैया मुझसे बोले ना, मुरा सैया मुझसे बोले ना। मैं लाख जतन करे हारी, मैं लाख जतन करे हारी, मोरा सैया मुझसे बोले ना, मोरा सैया मुझसे बोले ना। तू जो नहीं तो ऐसे पिया हम, तू जो नहीं तो ऐसे पिया हम।
Totally feel that human potential is
नैन निहारे रात निहारे, नैन तिहारे रात निहारे, नैनन को तरसाओ ना, नैनन को तरसाओ ना, मुरा सैया मुझसे बोले ना, मुरा
This is awesome, amazing, and
thank you.
lovely. This is too good. You have an amazing voice, I must say, and amazing. So I think I totally feel that human potential is immense, and you are a good artist, you are a good singer, you can even write poem, and so much you've done in art world as well. I mean, you've not left anything from the art world and the art fraternity, and it's amazing. Like I'm like completely in awe of the song. Beautiful. So, Neerajj, if I can know the definition of luxury according to you, since the program is about madhvisluxury.co.
Yeah. So, luxury is a style.
Camera, I can't see you. I can hear you, but I can see you, but I can hear you.
I don't know. I'm mean, from my side, the cameras are on.
Okay. No worries. I think maybe it's a network issue. But yeah, if you can tell the definition of luxury according to you.
See, first of all, art itself is a luxury. Art, like when we do art, it has to have the right spaces and the right audience and the buyers, of course. So, like first of all, you have to have your basic needs to be taken care of. Then you start investing in luxuries. So that's how the world looks at it, and that's how it is. And art and luxury, they go hand in hand. So whenever I design spaces, or whenever I go to, when I do my interior projects or where my art is going, so it's a style. I feel that luxury is such a style, and am I visible? Yeah. So okay.
Maybe so, yeah, others can see you. Yeah.
Okay, no issues. So yeah. Yeah, so for me,
camera, Neerajj, maybe your camera, we're not able to see you. We all can hear you. Because even the audience is saying we cannot see you. You're not visible, but you're audible.
I don't know. So from my side, the camera and mic both are on. But anyway, so it doesn't matter. So for me, this is what it is. And luxury is not about spending too much of money. Luxury is all about having the right things at the right place and with the right taste. And these tastes, sometimes you inherit and sometimes you develop it. And since we know that India from last 20 years or 30 years has progressed, and we are like at par with all the other nations, and like availability, and it's beautiful. People have started investing in art and in the luxurious things, and you are doing a wonderful job where you are connecting with the right kind of people with the right kind of resources, because everything is available. It's an open market now. So and giving your insight and giving your knowledge to them, it's such a wonderful thing. Like we all are there, separate somewhere. But then, like being together on one foot, and the connecting force which was missing. So I think it's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
Say, and if I may ask you, Neerajj, that how has COVID affected the art fraternity, and what are the changes that are going to be, visible after the COVID as well?
See, when the other talk, the other day when I was speaking to somebody, it is just that, people will start valuing life a little bit more. People will start valuing themselves more, and what they possess or what they own. They will start valuating it. That's for sure. And for the art world, which we are, then it's just that people will start spending a lot of time with art and artists. They love to know the journey, because there are so many virtual things which are happening, and so many artists are coming out, and whether they are shy or whether they are introvert, extrovert, or of different nature. But when they are it's just that we all are there, and the avenues have opened up, and people are ready to embrace them with a very positive note, and they are ready to support each other. So that's a change which I feel is there, and which is a very positive thing which I feel that which has happened. A lot of people say that like nature is healing, and that is all fine. Of course, that is fine. But like on humanitarian grounds, if we look at it, we have become more sensitive towards each other. So I feel that's a very, very positive sign. I feel happy about it. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. And if what would be your message to the upcoming artists or the young artists who are getting into the art world, as well as on COVID? If you can give me the message about.
See, I'm no one to give a message, but still, since you have asked me, just work hard, and enjoy life. It's too precious. Not only yours, but of others also. So if you are going out, just take precautions. If somebody coming in, then also make sure that you are protected. And protect your own world, protect your thoughts, protect yourself from the negativity. Be positive all the time, and learn and experiment as much as you can, because the young artist needs to see that it's the unpredictability of life can take you can have both impacts, whether the negative and the positive both. So how you look at it and how you want to embrace life in that aspect. So as people say that I am like kind of influence them, or kind of when they see me being positive. So I say that it's just the way you look at life, and I want them, the young crowd or the old crowd or anybody, just look at life that it's so beautiful. Just enjoy it, and do what your heart says, and do it passionately. So that's what my little message is.
Right. Beautiful. Lovely. Thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure and honor hosting you on the show, and such a positive person, so lively, and also multi-talented, multi-dimensional, I must say. I mean, creativity is at the maximum I can see when I see all these achievements and all these activities that you do. And my best wishes for you even in near future. Thank you. It's been a real honor and pleasure, Neerajj.
Thank you so much for having me. I mean, I really felt honored to be on your platform, and stay safe, and keep doing the good work, and keep telling the world what luxury is all about. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
So, YouTube, and the show is powered and supported by my clients from real estate, art, hospitality, weddings, fashion designers, jewelry designers. So any queries related to any of these segments, you can feel free to contact me. And by now, you all know that I'm the brand ambassador with Sari Sanskruti by Salma Sultanji, and Nora USA international designer Aisha Khanna. I'm a brand ambassador for her as well as a consultant in New Delhi. And Nora Fashion House is here in New Delhi, in the heart of South Delhi. So we are going to be opening it in September for customized clothing. So you're all more than welcome to contact us and get in touch with us for queries related to any of these segments, even finance, law, anything. So we are all there to advise you. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.